Hey everyone, my name is Duretodan, and today I felt like recording this video because I just watched a video that really got into my thoughts and made me think about what I was doing in general with this channel and how I generally thought about YouTube as a hobby or as a future career prospect, even though those are some harsh words to use, but this video I watched really made me think. So I was doing my Warframe grind. I've been playing a lot of Warframe, and I tend to put some videos to my left monitor or my second monitor to watch or listen to while I'm doing my grind, so it doesn't become very tedious or boring. So I like to be doing a lot of stuff at the same time, just because I have a little bit of an attention deficit, if you haven't noticed by what I just said. So it was this video from a channel called BBK Dragoon, which is a channel I recently found, which has a lot of varied content. I found him years ago through some Warframe tips videos, but then I noticed he switched to FPS content, and now he does more general type content. So he basically did the normal switch where he niched down to various things he liked, going from one specific game to a genre, and now he's doing random stuff on his channel. But I think his content is really high in quality. He has some good commentary and good prospects and views on the gaming industry and the creation industry as a whole, so I've been enjoying watching his videos. So there's this video he recently made entitled "Why You Need Authenticity in Your Life," and I thought this was a really great video because it practically mirrored a feeling I had about YouTube and gaming as a whole for the past few years. So if you know my channel or have known my channel from the beginning, I started doing World of Warcraft content, then classic World of Warcraft content, and then I switched. I did a lot of trend surfing, I played with the algorithm, I had 80k viewed videos from the release of Lost Ark, and anything I could get to make some views and make some money or try to get monetized. I did everything from guides to release reviews from games, pre-release reviews from games, anything I could get my hands on to make sure I was on top of my algorithm game. I tried to go for it. And then it was when BBK Dragoon said or used a term called the Mr. Beastification of YouTube that I realized what he actually meant was what I was feeling, which was the recent obsession of YouTube of being constantly on top of your algorithm game and the gamifying of content creation, which in my opinion is something that's really bad for the old platform, because it diminishes the quality of the content and increases the output, even though there's basically nothing original coming out, because everything is being made for the numbers, not for the viewers. And in the video, which you really should watch, and I'm going to link it down in the description, he goes over a better time of YouTube. He specifically refers to Machinima, which I also grew up with. I watched a lot of Portuguese creators. If you don't know, I am Portuguese, and I watched a lot of Portuguese creators that were signed to Machinima, and as a kid I also wanted to be a Machinima creator, and I have been on YouTube for more than 12 years, even though my channel is not as big as it should, because I only realized what I was doing when I entered university and actually had some mind to put into what I was doing. So I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I've watched all these changes come by and go through, and I'm really not pleased with how the platform is nowadays compared to back then. I felt like, or I feel like, the authenticity has been lost, not only on the platform but with the creators themselves. And I feel like it's this entire process of gamifying and forcing yourself to play by the algorithm that has made me lose interest on YouTube for big periods of time. If you notice my release pattern, even though some of my worst videos are now private, I have big pauses of 100 plus days between videos, because I get the motivation to create a video and then I create something that I'm really pleased with, but then I notice I'm doing something from the algorithm or for the algorithm, and I get exhausted, and then I have to stop for 100 days because I feel like I'm not putting my soul into it, and I'm not talking about the games and how I feel about them, and I'm just going out of a checklist book of things I need to do for the video to get views, or else I'm going to be deeply affected by the numbers. And when I say deeply affected by the numbers, I really mean it, because I have seen big YouTubers whom I personally know get deeply affected by the numbers. I've seen people who get borderline depressed when videos don't perform, and I think the entire problem is that entire scheme of YouTube of putting it in your face if a video is underperforming or overperforming, even though some videos are not meant to be your 1 out of 10 and your most viewed videos. Some videos are just for you to talk to your community and express some feelings, just like this video is. Not every video needs to be the biggest video on YouTube, and some people have some trouble understanding that, and I think even YouTube themselves have trouble understanding that the creators don't want that shoved in their faces at all times. And I think that's my problem as well, because I've been on top of stuff and trying to be on top of stuff and content for the last 2 years or little more than a year. I'm not quite sure how long this channel has been alive for, but I have over 1,000 game library. I don't want to be suffering from FOMO from these new games that I practically don't care about. I want to talk about random games that I've played from my library, and I want to be something like Video Game Donkey, which is one of my favorite YouTubers, and he basically can talk about any game he wants because he's a good content creator and he has that level of authenticity that PBK Dragoon talks about that lets him speak about anything without suffering from the algorithm, because his channel is big enough and he has the capability to do whatever he wants without suffering from the numbers being splashed in his face. And even though as a creator you're always looking for answers to why your content is underperforming or overperforming or what am I doing right and what I'm doing wrong, I think this video and watching this video from this amazing creator, which you should check out, really made me believe that we can go back, or we can still go back to that time on YouTube where people were creating what they wanted and we could just talk about random stuff and people would put on our videos to watch at the end of the day. Even if it was not their perfect stuff, it would be something to listen to have some company at home at the end of the day and maybe learn something new about a topic that you weren't really familiar with, instead of having a YouTuber shove down the most recent thing that other 300 YouTubers are going to be talking about for the week, which is going to be irrelevant the next week. In my particular case, I think that would be in the trophy hunting thing and the retro gaming thing. I love trophy hunting, I love achievement hunting. I also love game collecting, I love retro gaming. But I also like game reviewing and I like making guides for games. I like helping people pick out games to play and giving recommendations. But I don't feel like this platform allows me to express and talk about all those things without me being affected in my statistics. I haven't recorded in a long time and I don't feel like I'm expressing myself as well as I wanted to. So I'm just going to redirect you to the video that made me want to record this video and tell you that from now on, to be honest, and since life hasn't been pretty good, if I'm being honest with you all that are watching this and to this point, I'm probably just going to record whatever I want because I still feel like I want to create videos, but I'm tired of the algorithm and I don't care if I get 10 views per video. I just want to record whatever I want. If I have a certain splurge of passion about a certain topic, I will record a video about it because I think those are the videos that define you as a creator for the future. And I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. This has been the Retro Dan, and I'm out.